Hi, my name is David Singleton, and today I'm going to talk about how mechanical engineering innovation is improving the welfare of Albertans in 2016. In particular, I would like to focus on sustainability and the environment. For a long time, Alberta has been looked down upon when it comes to our environmental impact. Our oil sands and mining industry have been criticized globally for their damage to the environment. But it is a little known fact that Alberta is home to world-class innovations in recycling and waste management practices which can drastically reduce the amount of garbage ending up in landfills. While many countries around the world have developed new technologies to reduce the amount of waste received by landfills, Alberta engineers have been particularly successful in commercializing these technologies and applying them while creating a profit from the raw materials retrieved from the recycled products. Edmonton has a world-class waste management program which through various facilities currently allows over 50% of waste to be diverted from landfills. Edmonton has one of the only integrated process transfer facilities in the world, which means that all waste is sorted before being dumped into the landfill, and all materials which are capable of being recycled in some way are removed and sent to another facility. Organic materials are composted into nutrient-rich soil and sold back to farms for use in Alberta agriculture. Metals, plastics, and paper are sold back to manufacturing companies in the form of raw materials and are turned into new products, and all electrical equipment sent to the landfill is disassembled and valuable components are retrieved. One more recent development, which is very significant to mechanical engineering, is the opening of Enerchem's waste-to-biofuel processing plant in Edmonton. This plant is a major step in waste reduction, and once it is fully operational by the end of 2016, it will divert 90% of Edmonton's urban waste from landfills. The main idea of the plant is that it takes in waste that cannot be recycled and turns it into biofuels, namely ethanol and methanol, which can be used for gasoline, electricity generation, and manufacture of paints, plastics, and adhesives. This technology currently removes 100,000 tons of garbage a year from landfills. But how is mechanical engineering involved in the process? After initial sorting, all plastics, fabrics, wood, and other carbon-rich materials which could not otherwise be recycled are removed from the landfill via conveyor belts, and they're shredded into a superfine fluff in what is essentially a giant blender. This fluff is then transferred to the biofuel plant. The first step in the process is to heat the fluff in a very low oxygen environment. The idea is that the products will not burn without oxygen, but the heat is able to break all chemical bonds in the materials and various gases are produced. These synthetic gases are called syngas, and they're very dirty. The next steps involve a series of scrubbing towers which use a system of circulating water to remove impurities and particles in the gas. The resulting gas is called ultra-clean syngas, and it consists of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Next, the gases react in a catalytic converter similar to the kind found in a car, which result in the formation of the desired biofuels. There is one more purification step to ensure all other chemical impurities are removed, and then the desired products are stored for transport, while all remaining waste is disposed of appropriately. This process is a huge feat of mechanical and chemical engineering, which applies systems very similar to those used in current oil and gas refinement to a new area of engineering to develop new greener alternatives to traditional oil and gas methods. The Enerchem facility in Edmonton is a huge step in Alberta industry towards alternative energy, which is beneficial for all Albertans. Global climate change affects everyone in some way, and the waste to biofuel process is one small step in helping to develop more green technologies in order to slow the effects of climate change. This innovation will also reduce the amount of waste ending up in landfills, which take up huge amounts of space and resources. Before the biofuel facility, 13.7% of Edmonton's waste management operational costs were covered by the resale of recycled materials and compost. But the introduction of the biofuel facility will not only increase profits, but will also be reducing expenses related to the safe disposal of this estimated 100,000 tons of waste. Enerchem's facility in Edmonton is the very first of its kind anywhere in the world, and it marks a huge step in green technologies, merging waste management with new renewable energy alternatives. This new engineering innovation will play a huge role in diverting 90% of Edmonton's waste from landfills, creating jobs in a new sector of renewable energy, and ultimately helping to make Alberta a cleaner and healthier province.